New tokenomics. Tokenomics 2.0. This was released in May and it was already voted on. I do not think that it has officially been implemented. I was asking in the Discord, is it implemented? And all they said was soon, or stay tuned, I think is actually what it was. Stay tuned. My main gripe in the last video, spoiler alert if you were to go watch that, is that they now have a max supply of 750 million cake tokens. And based on the inflation of the last of how it was set up last time, I was like, inflation like this forever is just not good. It's going to drive the price down to zero because things cannot just keep on being inflated at the rate that PancakeSwap was doing it. So I'm glad to see that they got it under control and they capped it at 750 million. They go through the logic here later on in this. They do have incentives for an even smaller circulating supply. So this is just a rundown on DeFi in general. There's 153 billion in the DeFi space that's locked up. And as far as the Binance goes, it looks like they are having new wallets jumping onto all the time. And I'm one of these people. I got a Binance wallet, but I had to use metamask before, so I'm not sure if it's counting that as like two. I'm always kind of unsure about how they're counting these wallets, but it looks like we're seeing an uptick there. At the same time, PancakeSwap had a consistent highest user engagement of any DEX. It looks like total value locked is improving. You obviously had this huge spike earlier this year, and then it's looking good. In a nutshell, I thought this was great. This is a pretty good summary. So this is version 1. This is what I reviewed. There was no cap on the supply. I hated that. That was the main reason why I said I was passing on it in the past. I'm also right now I'm trying to focus on L1s. So buying a DEX on an L1 is kind of, I don't know right now. Anyways, Cake, it's used for mining rewards, lottery rewards, voting, the ecosystem, the wider ecosystem, partnerships, yeah, right? The new proposed, which we voted on, like we said, is going to have a cap supply, retain most of the use cases over here, but it's going to give you weighted voting, boosted farm yields, which we're going to go over, boosted IFO allocation, and I thought this was awesome in the last video. This stands for initial farm offering. I believe it's farm, but basically what happens is a coin can come to PancakeSwap and say, hey, we want to raise some capital. We're giving away some tokens. What happens is in that IFO pool, if you had staked some cake or something like that, you can say, all right, I'm going to give them my cake tokens exchanged for their tokens. You could invest